All right, hey guys, how's it going? My name is Theo Tramontana. I am the owner of Athletix Fitness Performance LLC, and I'm actually here in the gym right now. All right, here's our gym space. There's my daughter Ansley back there playing on the machines, batting cages, sleds, bags, all that stuff. We got it. Treadmills, ellipticals, stair steppers. Yes, sir. All right. Anyways, it's my first YouTube video, right? Tramontana. Strength and Performance, I believe, is what I named the channel. I may change it later, but I may have to go back in there and edit that also. But I like to keep it original, so don't expect a lot of glam and stuff like that until I get better at adding that stuff in. For the most part, these videos are going to be instructional, informational. It may just be me talking for 15 to 20 minutes about whatever I feel like can benefit anyone in society right now, or benefit anybody in fitness, in sports, whatever. It's going to be a nice, healthy array of things that can make your life better, whether you're an athlete, a working professional, or a young adult that is, just starting sports, just wanting to get in better shape, or just want to create a better lifestyle for your life in general. And yes, I am sweating right now. I like to keep it warm in here. I'm only 27, so the heat doesn't bother me, and I honestly don't think it ever will, truthfully. I like being warm. And for those that have an issue with being warm, I mean, it's just ain't the gym for you, I'm sorry. But it is what it is. There's plenty of other gyms that are fully air conditioned all year round where you have to literally spend 20 or 30 minutes getting a sweat up just to get hot. Where in here, 5 or 10 minutes, you're nice and sweating, you're hot, heart rate's high, and you'll be burning calories as soon as I tell you to go. And I mean, that's the objective. The objective isn't to go somewhere where it's comfortable, it's to go somewhere where you feel like it's uncomfortable, and in turn you get better, right? So anyways, this is more so going to be about me and my story and how I got started and how I got to this point now. So we're going to go all the way back to high school when I was a sophomore. All right, this is the first time I got introduced to like real deal training, training consistently. Dad started buying protein shakes for me and stuff, and I'll be honest, the first protein shake I ever had was EAS Mileplex, and that stuff is the OG. It's the OG stuff. Like one of my best buddies, Carl, he's almost 6 years old. He still uses EAS to this day. He's been using it for the last 20, 30, 40 years. And he's well-versed in training. He was a basketball player back in his heyday. 2 hip injuries, still walks every day. No cane, no crutches, no wheelchair, no nothing. Still trains every day. It doesn't use machines like that. I mean, honestly, he uses dumbbells, barbells, machines where he needs to use machines, but he's not making it easy on himself, right? He understands that it takes a struggle to get somewhere, and that's what I went through to get to where I am now. And I'm gonna keep forcing myself into struggle so that I can continue to get to where I want to be. I mean, that's what it takes. Like, life itself is a struggle, so why not put yourself into uncomfortable situations so that you can come out a better person, one, and you can come out where you want to be, two. But back to sophomore year in high school, playing ball, playing travel ball. I believe I was still playing for OTC then. I might have just changed over to Big Six. Shout out to those facilities down in McDonough. Great coaches. Man, I learned a lot while I was playing for those teams, and I got a lot better. I mean, there was just talent around me, people around me, coaches around me that were caliber. I mean, the team I was playing on for the Big Six, half that team went to the league. Half of them. Right? The other half either went to college on full rides, made it in football on some type of ride or any other thing like that, or they're coaching now, or doing something similar to what I'm doing, right? Us athletes, everyone can be an athlete, but it takes being bred over time to really envelop what it really requires to be an athlete day to day. I still consider myself an athlete today just because of the way I go about my day to day, the way I train myself, the way I think about things, even down to the way I feed myself. I mean, I'm currently eating a tuna sandwich from Subway, just 'cause I was on the go, but I do track my macros, I track all my meals. I make sure that what's going in is beneficial to what I'm putting out, right? Hashtag that. Anyways, jump up to junior year. I think I hit 330. Yeah, I hit 333 that year, or give or take. I just transferred to Griffin. Tim Beckham got drafted the year before. Situation came up that said, hey, do you want to go to Griffin to play ball? Definitely. I want to go to a situation where it's going to force me to get better. I went down there. Those kids were caliber. I mean, they didn't have the best of the best stuff, and it's not about having the best of the best stuff. It's how hard are you willing to work. And Tim set the standard as far as work ethic went down there before I got there, and it stayed all the way through until I left out, and it's still there now. I mean, Griffin High School, if you don't know about it, do the research. They put out quality athletes, man, all the time, and it's because they make those people struggle. They make you struggle to become the best. Like, it's not, oh, I heard you were good, so, here's your cake, here's your cookies, and here's all the stuff you need, to make it easy for you because we know you're already good. Nah, doesn't matter how good you are, you got to work for it. So junior year, I had 333. I started training big time junior year. I trained all summer, all fall, all winter, all the way into the spring, and through that senior season, I hit 445. All right, instead of hitting doubles, 3 or 4 bombs, a lot more doubles. Singles were still there, but a lot of those singles turned into doubles big time. Just more extra base hits, period. Batting average is up, RBIs up, on base percentage up. Great year. Go to Albany State, boom. Freshman year, get in there, do what we need to do, get out to the field, start playing. I think 12 or 15 or 20 games in, shoulder injury. Pretty much knocks me down to where I can't throw a ball 30 feet, 60 feet, 90 feet. I can't throw it at all. It hurt that bad. But I was still able to hit. So I was able to finish that season out hitting. Hit a little over 300 that season. Sophomore year, big time slump. Junior year, I actually transferred out to Young Harris because I thought there was a better opportunity over there. Come to find out, they were just looking for somebody they could put basically in the dugout to play wherever they saw fit that day where somebody might have needed a rest, which isn't a bad spot to be in because, you get your opportunity, you shine, probably going to stay there, especially if you hit. But I will say one thing about that program, it made me a hell of a better ball player in a small amount of time, and it's because of the amount of work we put in. I mean, literally every day, once the fall started, 5 a.m. workouts, Monday through Thursday, and they gave us Friday off. 5 a.m. workouts Monday through Thursday, and it might have been Friday too. I can't really recall that well because it was so long ago. But even if it wasn't a Friday workout, I was working out Friday. All right, 5 a.m. workout, classes, whatever. 2 p.m. practice, class, whatever. I got teammates that want to be that good. We're going back to the gym that night after we hit, after dinner, all right, or before dinner. Literally, might go hit, get dinner, go hit the weights. Or might go eat dinner, hit, and then go hit the weights, and then go to late night, eat some more. Because we understood you needed to be pretty massive to really drive the baseball like you wanted to, and with ease. But either way, they were invested, and I came out a hell of a better player. I ended up transferring out of Albany that spring. Had a decent junior season. I'm not going to say it was the greatest, but I did start pitching again, even though I told myself after my senior year of high school I wasn't going to pitch anymore because I was having elbow issues, like real bad elbow issues. I mean, to the point where they were telling me the muscle that wraps around the elbow was literally being torn off the bone if I would have kept stressing it the way I was. But thank God I put pitching down for a certain amount of time. Come back senior year, I tell my head coach, hey, coach, you've been playing me third base, first base. You let me pitch a little bit this year, DH, but I really want to be the starting second baseman. I'm so used to being a middle infielder. I have great hands. I know how to field the ball. And I can be your starting second baseman and fill in at shortstop when you need me to. I mean, he told me honestly, just prove it to me. If you can do it, prove it. So I went out there all fall, trained as hard as I could. I put my ass on the line to become second baseman. Went to our yellow, blue, and gold series. I think we played a 3-game series or 2, whatever it was. But I played some of the best second base I've ever played in my life. I mean, I took a ball off the neck, still made the play. Took a ball off the chest, still made the play. Threw a kid out from mid-right center field that easily had a triple. I did some things that, I felt like should have deserved me that spot. But he didn't see it fit. He really felt that I'd be a bigger value coming out of the bullpen and hitting when he needed me to hit and all that good stuff like that. So I had a decision, right? Another one of those struggle points, right? It's simple. Do I sit the bench and pitch when I need to pitch and become the best pitcher I can be? Or do I quit now, say, fuck it, I'm a red shirt, go transfer, and try to play second base for another team next year? Right? It's 2 paths, right? Not saying either path's a bad choice, right? But one's not going to make me as strong mentally as I need to be going forward. And I'm a big believer that God in the universe puts you in positions to make you better, but it's still on you to decide if you're going to make the right choice. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to prove this dickhead wrong. I'm going to become the best fucking pitcher he's ever seen coming out of the bullpen. I'm going to be the best pitcher in the conference, hands down. And I may not have won the relief pitcher of the year, and I really think that's only due to us not winning the conference and just the stats not being recorded the right way. But in conference, sub 1 ERA. Out of conference, sub 4. All right, and I pitched a lot of innings out of conference. I probably pitched more innings out of conference than I did in conference, because in conference we were handling it pretty well. So I may only come in and pitch an inning, whereas in out of conference game I might pitch 3 or 4 innings. So to only give up sub 4 ERA against teams that are, significantly better than half the teams we would see in our conference, I'm gonna pat myself on the back, but not take too much pride in that, because it could have been better. I mean, it can always be better. All right, either way. I hear Ansley back there. She over there trying to. Who's she talking to? Where's she at, anyways? I can't even see her. Oh, she's about there some more, ain't she? I don't know. I can't see her. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So, all that happens. College ends. I end up graduating that fall. Lo and behold, I got $2 on the way. Not gonna dig into that story, but another struggle point, right? Another struggle point popped up. Had a decision: do I keep pursuing baseball, or do I go start making money for my soon-to-have children? I chose to go ahead and start making money, so I went straight back home, got a job. I found a local gym that I liked, applied to it. Didn't get the job right away, honestly. I started working a couple marketing jobs, started working for True Green, and then lo and behold, opportunity, fortune favors the bold. Right place, right time. I'm on the gym floor in the middle of the day. Hey, our front desk person just got let go. Can you start tomorrow? I'll be there, right? 5-6 months later, just what most trainers go through that I've heard from, that weren't really looking down this career path in the beginning. Just love training. I just love training. I did so much research behind training when I was sitting at that desk, just chilling on the clock, doing whatever, in between cleaning and whatnot, and taught myself different ways to train myself, different fundamentals, different movements, everything. I mean, I made it a science project to see how could I change my body. And then I really dug into nutrition around that time. For the first time ever, I started really focusing on what I was consuming on a consistent basis. And it was the first time I ever got as lean as I've usually sit now. I got down to like 10% body fat, and I hadn't been there in a real good long time. Usually playing ball, sitting about 15 to 20%. Just because we're putting out so much energy, but we were mindlessly eating. It was just consume, go play, consume, go train, consume, go play, over and over and over again. It wasn't like, I know I need 30 ounces of chicken today and 100 grams of carbs and whatever. It wasn't any of that. It was just eat, play, train, over and over and over again. Right, so by the end of that summer, bam, they're telling me, hey, people are asking you about your training, about your tips, about your tricks. Why don't you train people? And I said, well, I'll be honest with you. I didn't get into training to make money off of it. I never really looked at it that way. It was just a hobby for me. But there's the key right there, right? A lot of times we end up finding ourselves, the best thing for us to do is to follow our hobby that we are really endeavored to the most at the time and make it work for us. And that's what I did. But right around that time, another struggle point, right? I get hired as an electrician to work in their apprenticeship program. And I'm like, well, shoot, this is a structured career path over here. Training, I haven't seen the structure for it. I don't really know, other than, I can become a trainer and make decent money. But I hadn't really seen the return on that investment up front that much. I've only been making, $500 to $1,500 training. While I'm over at the electrical company making, $1,500, $2,000 a month, and they're paying me weekly, so it just looked better, it felt better. But I spent 6 to 7 months there. They ended up sending me out to the field going into that January. I hated it. This is January 2016, I believe. I hated every second of it, so fuck that. I quit. I said, fuck it, I'm not going back. And it wasn't I quit because it was too hard. I quit because I knew that's not what I wanted to do. So, boom, I go straight from there, though, and I had a plan. I'm going to quit this job. I'm going to go straight to the gym and tell them, look, I want to train morning, night, evening, afternoon. Wherever there are people need to be trained, put me in the spot. Bam, 3 months later, I'm making the same that I was making at 2 jobs, a little bit more, while training only, right? Not doing anything else, just training. Fall around that summer, I ended up running into a baseball team, and I ended up starting coaching with them. So right then and there, that opened up more opportunities for me to train athletes. I'd already been training athletes in the gym that came through there, and being that I was a previous athlete, my knowledge of training, especially baseball, football, basketball, any sport, is very fresh. I just got done playing ball, so the training that we used to do, I'm not giving them the exact same things. I'm taking what I've learned since then in that moment and using it, to my benefit and to their benefit. So we went about that route. And, I trained at that gym for a year and a half or two. I'm not really going to dig into it too much, but just know I outgrew it, basically. It got to the point where I had to shift, all right? So it got to that point, another struggle point. I mean, they pretty much made it to the point where it was either I live and die by their rules and live with the fact that I'm not going to make the amount of money I feel I'm worth, or I take my skill set and put my show on the road. And that's what I did. I took my show to another gym that was in the area, one of my good friends, Bobby, and trained there for a year and a half, almost 2 years, and was able to accumulate in that time span enough money to at least start this, right? It wasn't, I promise you guys, it wasn't enough to buy all this stuff. All this stuff behind me was not here the first day I signed Athletix. Wasn't even in the thoughts, right? I hadn't even really bought anything, truthfully. I just know I needed space. I had already accumulated some things because I love training. So I had a barbell, I had weights, I had foam rolls and stuff like that, little knickknacks, bands for sure. But I didn't have dumbbells, benches, any of that stuff, right? None of that stuff was in there. But I've been thinking about it. I've been writing it down. I've been planning. I've been pricing. I've been seeing how much do I need to invest into this. And I'm not going to give you the number now because it's not final. But just know it's an investment, right? But anything is an investment, right? If I knew I'd be in this moment right now, I wouldn't have gone and got that 4-year degree. I would have went and tried to play pro ball. Went JUCO and tried to go pro the way it was pitched to me from my high school coach, who I'm not going to say I should have listened to, but it's good knowledge. If you really don't want to spend 4 years at a school, go JUCO and try to go pro as fast as possible, because you spend less time developing there when you can spend more time developing in that system who's going to keep you longer. I mean, they're putting money into you to see that you possibly make it to their big team to help them win a championship, which brings in more money. All right, but anyways, that didn't work out. Here I am training, and I'd spent literally the last year before this past November in 2018 studying, learning, figuring out what it's going to take to get a space of my own, right? And I'm still learning now. There's still things that I'm learning every single day about opening a business. I mean, it's a continuous learning process, and I'd rather it be that way, because at least if for some odd reason it doesn't work out fully to the extent that I visualize it to, which I fully believe it will, because if I constantly keep that vision in my mind, I can only do the actions that will bring it forth. But say it doesn't, this is a huge learning point for me. I'm learning how to start a business, how to run a business, how to keep the lights on day to day, how to do this, how to do that. A lot of things that my business degree didn't teach me. I promise you, that $40,000 business degree that I earned in college didn't teach me any of this stuff behind running a business. It taught me what it took to market, find customers, all that good stuff. But that's kind of, I'm going to say, common sense if you're business minded. And I've always been business minded in a sense. And I mean, you can ask both my parents. I've always been the kind of transactional, think ahead, how can I make a system work to flourish type of person. And to me, it just works easier that way. And I drive that to my clients now. It's, hey, what kind of system can we put in place to make sure you're successful? Like, we shouldn't be sporadic. We shouldn't be, well, I don't know what I'm going to eat today, and I don't know what I'm going to train today. I'll handle that part. I just need you to go through it, right? It's just like getting a workbook from your teacher while you're in school. The teacher says, hey, I'm going to teach you this stuff, and then you go through the workbook and apply it. It's the same thing with training. I'm going to teach you X, Y, and Z. Now, when you go out into the world on your own, I need you to apply it. I mean, I have you here for 45 minutes to an hour, hour 15 in front of me, consistently 4 or 5 times a week, which only adds up to like 6 to 9 hours or so. It's a lot more hours left on the table where you have to be accountable for yourself. And being an adult, that should be easy, right? But we all know. Anyways, that's pretty much my story. So be on the lookout going forward for videos about training, tutorials on training, sports training, nutrition, anything that's going on in society. Be on the lookout for me bringing on other people to talk on here. Be on the lookout for me bringing nutrition companies right here and talking about their products, talking about how they view food, how I view food, having quality debates. Because the overall goal for me always is to provide quality content, value, service, whatever. And if you feel like I'm slacking, please tell me. I would much rather take constructive criticism than have somebody hide in the corner, boo, chuckling and whatever and ducking because they don't want to tell me the honest truth, right? If you can't tell me honestly that, that this sucked. If this sucked, just say, hey, this was awful. Here are some points that you could work on. That's perfectly fine. I'm not gonna feel any type of way. I mean, I'll tell you honestly, I was doing a fitness competition, and I posted a video of me doing some burpees, right? This workout was a shoulder killer, right? I have a shoulder injury. I'm not gonna try and blow my shoulder out in a shoulder workout when the main purpose of the competition is to be shredded. So if I know over the entire week I'm gonna end up doing 100, 200, 300 burpees, I did 100 something yesterday, full, like real deal. Today, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna cheat the burpees, but I'm gonna make it so explosive and so fast that it is less impactful on my shoulder and efficient to make me burn fat. So instead of me taking my time and doing real slow, full range burpees, knowing that the next movement after that is a fucking squat and press, and the next movement after that is a shoulder raise, the next movement after that is a push-up, the next movement after that is a renegade row, my shoulder's gonna be burnt. What can I do to adjust? Right? I can make a small tweak and not do the push-up portion of a burpee. But caught hella whiplash. I mean, people are going nuts on this shit. Oh my God, that's not a full burpee. Blah, 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 blah. They end up getting coined burpee police. Somebody literally posted, yo, beware of the burpee police. They're here to critique form, tell you that you ain't doing it right, all this other stuff. And I literally, didn't comment on it. I left it up for like an hour and a half or two. Read all the comments. Okay. Took it down. Next day, get in the gym. We got weighted burpees that day. Even, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Not saying it's that much harder, but it's not as easy as doing a regular burpee. I have extra weight. I have an extra 40 pounds to burpee with now. So I'm doing it with 20s. I post a video. I'm doing full range of motion. I'm down, push up, jump, boom, 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 boom. Post that. Here goes the same burpee police. Thank you. This is so much better, so much better. Then, of course, one dickhead, hey, this looks a lot better, but I'm still not sure you're doing correct form. So I say, please enlighten me. Instead of being responsive and reactive and being like, well, fuck you, blah, 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 you don't know what you're talking about. Nobody's a master. There's no masters of anything. All right, the only master that I can possibly be is a master of myself. I can try to master other things, but a real master knows there's no mastery. I'm just really, really good at it. I've done it enough to where it looks easy. But the same can be said for you. If you do it enough, it looks easy. When I teach kids how to hit, wow, how do you make it look so easy? I mean, bro, every chance I got, I was in the batting cage. Every time my dad came home, hey, can I go hit? Hey, you got the balls in the truck so I can hit in the net in the basement? Hey, is there a tee so I can go hit? Can I take dry swings? I got a bat in my hand. Can we go play stick ball? Repetition over time. So, I say that for really the parents that might watch this. Hey, do not be afraid of pushing your kid. Literally, I wouldn't be where I am today if my dad didn't push me to the extent that he pushed me to. Yeah, I might have hated his ass in the moment, but I fucking love his ass for it now. Because I could easily be some lazy ass fucker that just works a regular 9 to 5, makes my simple paycheck, goes home, sits on the couch, and does not a fucking thing to make my life better. Right? This should be fun. This isn't guaranteed forever. Like this behind me, none of this is guaranteed forever. So why would I want to spend any day not making it the best day possible? Right? Yeah, I may be tired. Yeah, I might only got 4 or 5 hours of sleep. Yeah, I might have did that 4 or 5 or 10 days in a row, and I might feel like my head's about to fall off. What else is there to do? I can sit down and look at my phone all day and post memes and shit and whatever. Fuck that. That doesn't fulfill me. What fulfills me is seeing other people progress, seeing myself progress, doing things that make me feel like I'm progressing. And it doesn't matter whether it's right here, whether it's my eating, whether it's reading a book, right? This book, Fierce Conversations, I just started. Like, you can see right here, I'm only fucking 30 pages in. But it's already changed my thought process. And that's my goal, to provide so much value that it makes you so uncomfortable that you feel like, you know what? I need to change. I need to become a better person. I need to be the best version of me I can possibly be all the time, not just when I feel like it. If we only did when we feel like it, where would we be? I know I wouldn't be that far, because there'd be some days I wake up and be like, man, shit, I don't feel like doing a damn thing. And then that thought comes across my mind. If you don't feel like doing a damn thing today, and that totals up how many days in a row, where will you be? You know exactly where I'll be. I'll be on the side of the road. Please help. Give me some money. You got food, you got water? I ain't going for that. It just ain't happening that way. I will not allow myself to slip that far into a hole to where I feel like I have to literally dig and crawl to get out. I'm not letting myself fall that far. I will intentionally put myself there if I feel like I need to level up and become a better person and come out on the other side with a new perspective, a new enlightenment, whatever you want to call it, a mindset shift, paradigm shift, whatever you want to tag it, that's fine. All right, but either way, I'm gonna cut this now. I'm at 25 minutes, so I didn't want to go more than really 30. But main objectives are gonna be fitness and performance, nutrition, sports training, whatever's going on in society right now. And anything that's gonna, kind of tweak your mind and make you think twice, and make you want to question what I said or what I am talking about. I mean, that should be the goal. The conversation shouldn't be about how can we keep it normal. It's how can we make it better? How can we change effectively? How can we do things in such a fashion that it affects society as a whole in such a fashion that doesn't just make them think twice. It makes them literally, you know what? I need to change also. I need to put more into society. And I'll be honest, I've been feeling like I've been hiding from the world because I haven't been putting stuff like this out. But it's over with now, right? It starts now. From here on out, as often as I can, I'll be posting stuff like this. I will make sure it's known, on social and whatever. But best believe that if I feel like I need to speak about it, I'm going to speak about it, right? There's no more hiding the voice. We have too many opportunities to voice our opinions and how we feel about things for us to hide from the world, right? And there's 8 billion of us. I would love to know every single person. I mean, the chances of that happening, who knows? But I would love to connect with as many individuals as I can before, my time is up. Because once my time is up, it's up. It is what it is. Like, it's just reality. And I embrace that fact every day. Like, I embrace the fact that every day could be the last day. I mean, there's so many variables for the world going to shit or my life ending or anything like that. Got to keep it realistic, but always optimistic. Always looking for the next best thing. Always trying to figure out, the best way to get something done. But no shortcuts, right? No shortcuts. No freaking, I'm going to take this pill just because it's going to make me smarter. Now, what makes you smarter is stuff like this. Reading, right? Studying, asking questions, not following the crowd, going against the grain, right? And that's what I strive to do every day. I don't want to be just another coach. There's a million of us. I mean, probably more than that. And there's a million, billion of you guys also that look to us for stuff like this, for motivation, for whatever. And I'll be that jump off for you. If this motivates you to get your ass up and do something, shit, watch it over and over again. I promise you. Andy Frisella, E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher, Sean Model Health Show, Sean T. Those guys, I listen to those guys frequently. Tony Robbins frequently, Les Brown frequently, Bob Proctor frequently, because those guys put my mind in a place where I feel like it needs to be all the time. So I'm not going to discount myself and not give myself those resources that are sitting right there, right? So if this is a resource for you, watch it as much as you need to. There's no cap on watching. I mean, you can watch it a million times. I listen to some of the same podcasts over and over and over again for 3-4 days in a row just because I might stop at 10 minutes in. I'm going to freaking rewind at 5 minutes just so I can feel like I'm right back in the conversation where I was at. I'm not going to start from where I paused at because I might start out being like, well, I don't remember what was going on. So I'll go back 5-10 minutes. I might even start the whole thing over. I'm 39 minutes in. There's only 45 minutes. I might start the entire thing over. Why? Because it's consistent. It's fresh. I'm tilling my mind. I'm literally scraping it. Plowing that ground. Putting seeds in. Rewatering them. Tending them. Rewatering them. Tending them. Right? The same thing that goes for your career, your life, your health, your wealth, your finances, whatever. I can't just plant it, pray that it's going to grow. It's not going to grow like that. Right? We all know that. Like, a farmer's not going to plant corn. All right, God, make it grow. He's got to do what? He's got to tend to it. He's got to make sure it's in the right soil. He's got to make sure the soil is consistent. If there hasn't been enough rain, what's he got to do? He's got to get his ass out there and water it and put effort in, right? If there's no effort put in, you can't get anything out of it. All right, and that's the end-all, be-all. I mean, that's straightforward as it can be. All right, but anyways, I'm going to sign out. Again, my name is Theo Tramontana from Hybrid Athletix Fitness and Performance. You can follow me on Instagram at hybridathletics_fitness, and you can follow me personally at King Tramontana. And if I misspelled that, I'll redo it in the comments down below. But either way, I'm signing off now. Say bye to Anna. Say bye, Anna.
Bye.
All right, and we will holler at you guys next time. I pray you all have a safe day. I pray this helped you in some way. I pray it shifted your mind in some way.